We incarcerate more than 10 million people around the world. Can we morally justify causing so much suffering? Retributivists say people deserve punishment because of their wrongdoing. Punishing wrongdoers is morally justified provided it's proportional to the wrongs committed. Consequentialists provide a different justification. They say that if punishments like incarceration are justified, they are justified because they lead to better consequences overall by deterring crime and incapacitating and rehabilitating dangerous people. In his new book, Punishment for the Greater Good, Professor Adam Kolber argues that a pure consequentialist approach is better than the standard retributivist approach if we seek to address real-world questions about incarceration today. Here are 3 problems he identifies with retributivism. Problem 1. Retributive proportionality is a mystery. While proportional punishment lies at the heart of retributivism, retributivists haven't successfully explained what punishments are proportional to what crimes. A growing movement says that incarceration should be abolished completely. We can't simply intuit that abolitionists are wrong. To lock someone up, we need more than just gut feelings. Problem 2. Retributive proportionality has strange implications. Even if we could perfectly assess proportionality, retributivist proportionality is still quite counterintuitive. Consider 2 equally blameworthy offenders, sensitive and insensitive. They are alike in all pertinent respects except for the amount they suffer in prison. Sensitive suffers tremendously. Insensitive suffers too, but manages to cope and make good friends. If these equally blameworthy offenders spend the same 3 years in prison, they haven't been punished equally in any sense that matters from a moral perspective. Proportional punishment can't just be measured in terms of the duration of a prison sentence. We could try to punish in ways that take sensitivities into account, but doing so has strange implications. Suppose sensitive suffers so much because he used to live a luxurious life. Few would welcome punishing sensitive for a shorter duration or in better conditions to accommodate his wealth-induced sensitivity. Nevertheless, it's hard to see how retributivists can knowingly make sensitive suffer more than insensitive when they're equally blameworthy. After all, it's the blameworthiness that's supposed to justify the suffering. Problem 3. Retributive punishment is inconsistent about risk. Most retributivists believe that in order to punish, we must believe someone committed all the elements of a crime beyond a reasonable doubt. Some say this means we shouldn't punish unless we are 95 or even 99% confident that an accused person is guilty. But to actually punish someone, retributivists must believe a long list of propositions that they're unlikely to collectively hold with high confidence. For example, they must believe people have the kind of free will that can make them morally responsible. They must believe it is morally appropriate to make people suffer or be deprived for their past wrongdoing, even though some think this view is barbaric. And there are many more propositions. Even if retributivists can hold some of these beliefs with high confidence, they cannot hold the conjunction of all of them with sufficient confidence to actually punish, at least not in a way that's consistent with the values underlying the beyond a reasonable doubt standard. Retributivists shouldn't be so demanding in their confidence in factual guilt, but so lax in their confidence that people have free will or that it's morally appropriate to respond to wrongdoing with suffering. So, why consequentialism? Even though consequentialist punishment has been discussed for over 200 years, most punishment theorists today consider themselves retributivists. In Punishment for the Greater Good, Professor Kolber argues that we should rethink prevailing wisdom. While we can't always identify the greatest good, we can make punishment decisions in ways that achieve far greater good than we do now.